Hello, and welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharon.
I'm gonna need her to get a new line. Just say I'm Sharon. No, I'm
I'm
just kidding.
Sharon. See how I do what she asked me to do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we just want to welcome each of you that are returning back to our conversations. If you are new to our channel, please like, subscribe, and share our videos. We would appreciate it big, big time. Um, yeah, and I guess since we don't have any announcements today, right?
No, I don't. No, but I do like the way, when we do invite them to share, like,
Uh-huh.
subscribe, and all that. And a lot of you are doing it, and some of you are just not. And what we enjoy is like when someone has shared something, and then they shared something, and then they shared something, how we get out there. But we are doing a focused push to, of course, to attract more subscribers and keep them. So if you notice that Rosa's done some wonderful things, technically speaking, to make
We've changed.
the change the look of the channel, and that has been adding more color and being a little bit more over the top with the titles,
Thumbnails, yeah.
But we got to do it. It's business. It's business. So please, should you like what we're doing, please share it with your friends and or people who you think could benefit from our conversations. And we've been, quite frankly, on a roll. We've been getting more guests in here on different
Yes.
topics, and we look forward to doing that even more.
Yep.
I also have to say, on a different part of the show, is that we have to acknowledge that we are not psychologists or psychiatrists. We are not PhDs. This is done for entertainment and informational purposes only. All right,
Yes.
back to you
Well,
in the studio.
I guess we did have some announcements, but okay. Because when I asked her before we start
Look,
rolling, she said she didn't have any.
well, that's
But no,
just
I'm
business.
glad you did say that though, because I
It's
was
just
going
business
to
as
say,
usual.
yeah, I was going to say something about our new thumbnails. You all are noticing that the channel is looking a little different, and
Yeah,
it's a reason for that.
yeah.
So just stay with us and hang in there.
And tell us what you
Um,
like. Tell us,
yeah,
tell us
yeah,
what you
yeah.
like. Tell
Sharon
us.
doesn't like them, so we are, I'm telling you
I
right
can't say I
now.
don't like them. They caused me to pause. They got my attention. I didn't think it was just going to be so bold and bam, bam, bam in your face. So it is what it is. I'm getting used to them. Remember, I'm older. I don't like so much change. I
Right.
like things the way they are. Just a little mayo on my bread, okay? And
You
then
know what?
so if you like the look, let us know. If you don't like the look, let us know
Don't
also.
let us know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. So, okay, so I guess we can get into today's shout
Shout
outs.
outs. Yeah.
Shout outs.
That's
Oh,
your favorite part
before,
of the show.
yeah,
So
but before we do that, we do want to again thank Mr. Gregory, who was our guest last week on the show, and we
yes.
got some very interesting and very
Thoughtful,
helpful
helpful. Yes.
feedback.
Mhm.
So we
Mhm.
appreciate you all. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Anyway, but we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That was a good show. He
yeah,
was
that was
good.
good.
The show was great. We appreciate it, and we love the
Hmm.
the feedback that we're getting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so shout out time. Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts. Only because I get to, say thank you individually. And I love that. I love doing shout outs. I love just saying, hey, first shout out today goes to Lisa. Thank you for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. We haven't heard from you in the comments. You're still there. Give us a shout out back and say
Lisa, are you still
hello.
there? Are you
Absolutely.
still there? Are you still there, Lisa?
Okay,
I'm feeling silly today. You
we're
must
not.
forgive me.
Our next shout out goes to Neto Bev 77. Thank you for being a subscriber also to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. And last but not least is Fatima R. Thank you. We appreciate you. Or should I say Ara? No, I'm just kidding. Fatima R. Thank you
All
for
right.
being a subscriber to our channel. We appreciate you and continue to share, like, and yeah, to share and like our videos. All right. So,
You wore out
what
already.
is the topic for today? Today we're going to be talking
Whew.
about serial lovers. And I know y'all trying to figure out what in the world is that and why they
Yeah,
come to that.
yeah. Even
So
though the promo said serial killers, we were just kidding. We wasn't going to talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, we're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about serial lovers
Hmm.
today. But not similar, but I'll let Sharyn get into what is serial lovers and we'll have a conversation about that today. So
Well, thank you for just throwing it over there. All right. The first of all, I haven't been one, but I think Rosa has. No, 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 no. Just get well. First,
let's hear the definition first and then
okay.
we're gonna break this down.
Oh, okay. Oh, a serial lover. Just a quick definition, a loose definition of it. Emphasis on loose. Uh, is a person who dates several women at one time. But they're just quick. They just you just date. You're not in a relationship. You're there for serial lovers are in for the fun of it. They like the thrill of it. They enjoy that. It's not they're not trying to be with you for the next 19 years. Serial lovers, they're in it for the fun of it, the thrill, the chase, just the getting to know you for all of 2 weeks. Like I said, please do not take them to your grandmother's funeral. Do not ask them what they're doing 19 months from now so y'all can take a trip in the Caribbean. They are not those people. They want to have fun. They like the romance. They like the sex. They like the fun, but they don't want to stay. Now,
So they got issues with commitment then.
right? Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They oftentimes, if we have to go there, I was going to go there later.
Oh, okay.
But like right. So our question today, before we go any further, is like, even with that loose fitting definition, are you a serial lover? you know or have you met one before?
yes.
And 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 it's neither good nor bad. It just needs to be known and
Yeah.
understood, because we're not throwing shade on anybody. We're just that, because we do conversations with Sharon and Rosa, and we're talking to our lesbian friends out there, lesbian land, all around the world. Oftentimes we find ourselves in situations that we didn't plan on finding ourselves in. And you know what we do? We're women. We love. We love hard, and we care for each other. And, well, you're out there. So why are we talking about this today? Because everyone doesn't want to be hooked up and booked up.
yeah.
Everyone is not going to have a wedding and go to the other side of Tahiti. Okay,
Absolutely.
it's just and it's not because it's a bad thing. It's just not the thing that they want. It's not what they're after. And if you're lucky, you'll get them to admit it.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on with the loose definition. Is that does that fall in line with who you are or were at some point, or someone that you knew? When you're talking about being a serial lover, I think at sometimes in my life I probably would be considered that if we're going by
what?
whatever,
What?
but
Tell
I
us
would
more.
mainly but I would mainly say when I came out, at the beginning when I came out, I
Mhm.
think for me I dated around because I just wanted to really find out the lifestyle.
Mhm.
I really wasn't like, I didn't go into it and say, "Hey, I need to find somebody, I
Right.
can spend the rest of my life with." Like that just never crossed my
No.
mind. It was
No.
like, "Hey, you're going out here? Hey, well, we're going together." Or somebody invite you. You're like, "Yeah, let me go check that out."
Right. I'm
I mean,
available.
it's just like, "Hey, I just want to see what we supposed to do as lesbians." So,
Hold on.
so
Hold on. And you found out.
yeah, it definitely was a learning curve, but I think it is necessary at some point to be quote unquote a serial lover because even if you are looking for somebody, you still got to look for them
You got
and
to
know
find them.
who's
That's right. You got to
who.
find them first. And finding means looking, and looking
So
means action.
yeah, so for me, I could say that probably at the beginning of my lesbian life.
Yeah, and the fact that you had, you had been married to
Yeah.
a male and divorced, and after and as you came out
Right.
during your marriage,
All right.
and you know how you just like, well, now that we've taken care of that, now what do I do?
Exactly.
Right,
Like
right. You know, how do you
I
meet
knew I
women?
was coming out and I knew, but I just didn't really know the lifestyle. I
Mm-hmm.
remember one time I was out eating with a friend and she had two friends there.
Mm-hmm.
And, they were all gay. And like I said, I was new to the life. And one of her friends at the table said, well, Rosa, are you family? And I thought she was asking was she
What
related to
religion?
me. And I'm like, huh? And the person I was with said, "Yeah, she's coming out. She's new, da 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 da." So then that was part of the conversation. But I learned that day that's what it's called
Yeah,
or
you part of the
whatever.
family, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So I was just like, hmm. So to me, it was just like a learning curve. I really was thinking the girl thought we were related. I'm like
That's funny.
feeling a little embarrassed, but at the same time, a
Well,
learning curve.
right. You don't know till you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Because I
not
was
like
like,
we were
huh?
born and just popped into the gay life.
Yeah.
Not, as you learn, observe, desire, you change, you experience, and it's like, hey, people make up their mind. But as you were going through some of that, and
Hmm.
as you also like divorcing, disconnecting, and rebirthing at the same time, you know what I mean? Changing into this person who,
Right.
it was always there, but now is there and has been released.
Right.
And there's
Right.
so much you don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as we live and learn, we still know this things are constantly changing.
Yeah.
A friend of mine called me like, Sharon, I got a niece, and she said she's what was she was
A pansexual.
pansexual, right? And what does that mean? I said, girl, they didn't have all that when I was coming up. It was just
Like we're gonna look this up together.
right, and I had an idea, and you read and you hear, I get it, but on the same token, I can imagine a person who's never even been close or to the gay life,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what's going on, but I just know it's a lot. And she used to look like a little feminine girl, then she butched up, and she just didn't get it. She didn't get what the term, not to mention the changes she had seen
Right.
in her niece and all. So it's a lot out there. So back to you, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, because
I
it's
mean,
so
I
no,
was. I didn't want to seem like I was brand new. You
yeah,
out trying to, hey, this is my boo. I'm dating. We
yeah,
out on a date, and then I
yeah.
don't even
Look,
know that I'm supposed to be part of the family. Like,
look at me trying to be a lesbian.
exactly.
Look at her.
So yeah, so it was a little embarrassing. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna go by, your definition of the serial lover, then I guess yeah, I would say. What
You was
about
out there.
you?
You were
Yeah.
dating. Well, before we get to me, I want to stay
Why
on
is
your.
it always?
We'll get to me. Yeah, but on a serious note, to our friends and fans and lesbian friends out there, it is a no, it is a real concept.
Yeah.
There, you can call it what you want. Oh, she's just a player, or she's not serious, or how you see somebody, you see them in January, they got a boo, and then you see them in July, you know, it's another
Look,
boo.
we have a lot of parties and people come through with different people all the time.
Right, and
So
I'm just like, and you are glad to meet you,
yeah,
because I'm not
exactly.
getting tripped up by your games, your
Be like,
names, or
oh,
none of
nice
that.
to meet you. I met you last
No,
time. No, I wasn't.
uh.
Okay.
Right.
Then you just be trying to backtrack. But
Right, and I don't even, and I'm not going to trip about it, because one, I know how the gay life can be. So do
yeah, yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, I've just been around much longer, and I ain't tripping it. I ain't trying to explain it. If you happy, so am I.
Right.
You know me. God bless you. I hope it's working out for you. And we ain't got nothing but love for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, they not together no more. No. You remember she was with the woman with the two kids? No. Remember she was with the lady that's a vet? No. I mean, I don't know who you. I just, whoever shows up with you, hello, friend.
They are welcome too.
They are welcome. They are welcome.
But you know that your friend is a serial lover.
Maybe not all of them.
Yes.
Some of us, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that's all that's out there. It's not. I just want us to have the conversation about it, so
Hmm.
that you guys can recognize it when you do see it. Everyone is not, like I say. Everyone's not trying to have that family thing.
Oh, so you saying somebody who can date a lot of different people, but they're looking for a relationship. They're
No,
not a serial
no,
serial lover.
no. I'm saying serial daters out there who systematically date a lot of women in succession, and oftentimes at the same time. They are not looking for commitment. They're not looking for a relationship. They get the joy. They get their joy by dating a lot of women and the thrill of the chase.
Gotcha.
It's simple as that. I'm not chasing you
Okay.
to the altar. I'm not chasing you to have a wedding and a wonderful, very expensive, exotic um, honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The joy is, if you are a player, play. That's what you do. That's who you are, right?
Yeah.
And it's neither a bad thing nor a good thing, but it is a thing, and it is a situation, and there are women like that in our world. The pain comes, or the pinch, the wrinkle, the angst comes from when you're a person out there, you're really looking for the one, not just someone, but the one. And what you're doing right now is spending some time with a serial, lover,
Mm-hmm.
who's been kind, nice, even had fun, but she did not come to stay.
Yeah, but it's kind of unfair in a sense because
Oh,
when
hold
you
on,
hook
hold on.
up,
What's unfair?
the fact that you hooking up with someone, because if you're the serial lover and you hook up with me, I might be looking for a relationship. I mean, I don't know that you're seeing 15 people unless you tell me you're seeing 15 people. So it's
Ah,
kind of a little unfair, and it goes back to one of the other conversations we had in a different series where we were talking about, do you let people know when you're seeing other people? Because I might like you enough to want to give you my all, and here you are here for a couple months.
yeah, if that,
Yeah.
if that, exactly. Well, Rosa, let me peel this slowly. Um, that's why you have the conversation with people that you are
Just
dating with,
meeting, yeah.
right? And like I said, everybody who come together and meet and have 2 dates, hey, you ain't what I'm looking for, and I ain't feeling you either, but it's been nice.
Right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who purposely are dating women to have fun. Purposely, I know that being in a long term, deep, exclusive relationship is the last thing on their mind because they enjoy what they're doing,
Yeah.
which is, yes, I'm seeing 4 different women. What's wrong with that?
Right.
Right now, should you have the conversation? Who am I to say? But I think that would be nice and fair and adult and
And if
all
you
of
can
that.
be honest with
And
it
being
too,
honest,
because
exactly.
sitting here thinking back about a lot of stuff is like, sometimes people don't want to hear that though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If you say, no, I'm not really trying to get into anything long term.
Right.
I just want to, see what today is and what
Right. Take
tomorrow
it what.
brings,
Right. Right. I'm taking it one day at a
But
time, and today
yeah,
we're having
I'm with
lunch.
you. Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I remember when I was online dating and I met a woman in Colorado, of all places,
Mhm. Mhm.
and she was older. And when we first met and started talking, she said, well, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I'm like, cool, I'm not really looking to date anybody in Colorado.
Right. Pow
So
pow.
we, the longer we were talking, the more she was just like, well, I mean, you are interesting, so then it was like, it was she was peeling back stuff like, well, I'm not looking for that, but we can still be friends, or we can do this, whatever. So long story short, she flew out to California to visit me,
Mhm.
and we had a great time,
Mhm.
went sightseeing and stuff. And she wanted a relationship. And I was just like, wait, you the one told me you weren't even looking for one. Like, I was caught off guard to even hear that. And I'm just like, where do I go from here? Because she was
Mhm.
cool, she was fun. We didn't get along in the music area because she was way out there with the music. But everything else, we were gelling with.
Right.
And
Right.
I
Right.
don't, I didn't want to have a relationship with someone way in Colorado. I had never even been to Colorado.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
so I'm just like, look, we're
It's
not
not
doing
worth it.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But my thing is with telling that story is, sometimes when people say that, they may not necessarily mean that. Or
Oh, that's
you
true.
think you might be the person that's going to change their mind.
Right.
Like, she ain't looking for a relationship because she's never met me.
Right,
or she ain't
right.
looking for a relationship because I'm the best thing to ever happen, or she, whatever it is that you think you can change in that person,
Mm-hmm.
then you get your heart all in it, and at the end of the day, that person told you that they wasn't really looking for that when they leave, and
Yeah,
you mad,
yeah, yeah. And
and you mad,
it shouldn't have you we shouldn't have to wait until they leave. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I say, have the conversation.
yeah,
You know, especially and then you're dating this person two times, three times. They're fun, they're cute, dynamic, attractive. You know, you've had big fun with them and da 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 da. Hey, hold on. Do not introduce them to your grandmother yet
right,
because that ain't even what they're thinking about. You know, like people say, today is today, tomorrow will take care of itself. And
right,
here it is, you up there's like, she's 5'7", just the way I like them. Green eyes, master's degree, self-employed, no kids. And you making this list, and that's not what's on her list.
right,
You may be number 3 or 5 women that she's dating this year, or one of 3 that she's dating right now.
mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, what they say, life is what happens when you're planning something else. Be very honest with Rosa and I, we surely had a lot of conversations. We really did. And what I liked about her so much, and still to this day, is that she was honest. She was one of the few women that I was talking to, more or less talking to seriously. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking to her because I want to know, who are you, what's here, before we go any further. And she would actually answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is trying to be glib and jazzy and slick and just answer the question. It ain't a hard one. It ain't a hard one. The questions that I need answers to. And so,
Well, my motto. I just treat others as they want to be treated. I mean, as I want
want to
to
be
be
treated.
treated.
Yeah,
So if I
I
want honesty, I have to give that. And I
absolutely.
was dating someone. I mean, I
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah,
seeing
you were.
somebody
You said,
else,
yeah, yeah, you were. Yeah,
and I
and
told
thank
you
you for
about that,
right, and thank you for letting me
and
know
told
too.
them
And
about her.
right, and
So.
Sharon was having fun. It ain't my birthday, but I was having a good day. But so what happened was, as simple as I remember this conversation with us so very clearly. And you're the one that asked the question. You asked me. You say, well, Sharon, are you looking, to be in a relationship, and I said, and it wasn't a long pause. I said, yes, with the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can be dating 4 knuckleheads. So when you say, relationship with knucklehead, no, I just know you're a knucklehead, and when I feel like knuckleheads, I'll deal with you. But I'm talking about, are you looking for a relationship? Yes, I am. So oftentimes we fail, neglect to have the conversation. Wherever the conversation begins, whatever you need to know, want to know, have to know about a person that you don't know yet,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the answer to, you need to ask. Because, I hate when people try to get slick and they're talking about, well, you never asked me. Well, I never asked you, did
True.
you kill 10 people? But I'm just assuming you haven't. Okay.
Right.
you know, did you
That
rob the
part.
bank? You know what I mean?
That part.
I
Yeah,
just,
you right. I mean, and we're adults. When people ask you a question, you know how to answer it without trying to be slick, unless you're trying to hide something.
yeah.
You
Or,
know.
or you think that's attractive to, and
Right.
I'm just like, we can go black and white
Yeah.
and stay on it, very clear.
Yeah.
Very, very clear. And when I answered the question to Rosa, she's just like, okay. It wasn't like it was the hardest question in the world. And we kept on talking.
Yeah.
We kept on talking. But I appreciated that she wanted to know. And I think she appreciated me being honest, and I didn't say she was the one. I was just saying, with the right person.
Mm-hmm.
So you can teach it when you lived it, and they say, when you teach it twice, you're learning it twice. I come from a place of, I've been out there for a long time, and I'm not saying it's nothing I hadn't seen before, but you know how to play, dare I say, the game. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I ain't gonna do nothing to nobody that I don't want done to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna blah 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 blah. I remember one time this one lady came to the house, and she said, asked me, was that my girlfriend? The woman who was there. I said, no, that's the cleaning lady. And she said, well, she looks a little young to be cleaning. and I didn't know how to, but like, how is she supposed to look?
Right.
And
And if she was that young, why would she even assume she's your
yeah,
girlfriend?
but
If she
right,
look young to
right.
clean, she look young to get.
And what my pinch was, why would I lie to you about that?
Right.
And the woman was definitely well into her 30s, if not 40s, I'm sure. But she was an attractive woman, quote unquote. But like, well, she don't look like no cleaning lady to me. Well, she cleans good and she actually makes casseroles too. You know what I mean? But it was just the way she came at me with it. And I said, if she was some babe that I was dealing with, why would I bring you to my house
Right.
while she's there?
Right.
Come on, now you're talking crazy. Now I know you crazy.
Right. To even
Or
think
did
that.
or thinking some wild stuff. But
Right.
anyhow, so staying on point, today's conversation is out there with
Serial
those
lovers.
serial lovers.
So let's hear your story.
Mine is very, very brief.
Wait a minute, hold up, because there's nothing brief about it. Were you a serial lover, or did you date a serial lover, or both?
Oh, I would say both. Somewhere in my timeline, yeah,
Oh,
I would
okay.
say both. But me personally, have I ever, would I have fit the different definition of a serial lover? I think I would have. Yeah, yeah, maybe more than once in in my life, and especially when you're saying just the thrill. I enjoyed, the chase. And oh, even if I'm chasing you, you chasing me, or we both trying to make it work. I'll meet you in the middle.
Okay.
But yeah, I did. I did, and it wasn't a bad thing because you know, you're gonna keep. I think somewhere in my heart, I wanted to have that one-on-one relationship, but until that happens, I'm having fun. You know, I'm having fun, and I did. Now, what I think is fortunate is that there wasn't a lot of blood on the sword. It wasn't like someone, I thought you wanted me, and then the
Right.
kids done got used to you. That don't even sound like Sharon. No, no, I wasn't that person. But definitely dated more than 2 or 3 women at the same time, and had fun because everyone's different. And you know how, like, sometimes you're sitting there talking with your buddies and everything. I said, oh, if she was like this, and if she just had that, and I wish we could work that out, I'd have the perfect woman. There is no perfect woman.
That
And
sounds like a
sure,
man.
wait a minute, and surely you're not the perfect woman. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's just that, hopefully you'll find somebody who can put up with your nonsense and you can put up with theirs. And as Rosa and I have now lived together for 7 years, Lord, we are so different. We are so different,
Yeah.
truly. And it's okay. So by now, after this last 30 minutes, you may be asking yourself out there in lesbian land, how can I tell that I'm, dating
Am I a
a
serial
serial
lover?
lover?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is this is so easy, it's ridiculous. You could ask them. You could ask, and who wouldn't tell the truth? And then there's people who just ain't gonna tell the truth either.
Right,
But
right.
what some of the telltale signs are, normally it's just like they dating a lot of people. They'll take control of your dating because they're trying to fit you in where they can fit you in.
Right,
You know how some people say, "Oh, any day is okay." Any day is not okay for a serial
right.
lover
Gonna
because
have to be Thursday.
it's gonna have to be Thursday between 6 and 9. Why? Because I need to get up early because I got a Friday morning date with someone else. So whatever. It can be that
Yeah.
simple. And it's not because you're not interesting or not because you're not worthy and all of that. It's just that's what they're into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I reflect on one moment in my life when as they say, gee, I wish it would be that easy. If I was really looking for someone to settle down with, you would be it. You would be it. But that means nothing if you, how serious is that when you know you're dating 2 other women?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's only when you decide not to. And who knows when that'll be.
Yeah.
They out there, like I said, sometimes we call them players, or we call them, okay, if you're in the street, you might even call them hoes. I don't know, but there are some people who, like I said, they're okay with that. I'll see you when I see you.
Right.
And every other Tuesday between 6 and 9 is really okay. because they're busy doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and one thing we do suggest, and I'm not speaking for Rosa, is that y'all do have the conversation if you find that your feelings are going into a direction of, I need to see you more than every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you remember, I'm a sailor at heart. I see you on payday Thursday. You're going to see me twice a month around the 1st and the 15th,
Yeah.
and you have to, one might ask, what are you doing those other days?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So when Rosa asked me, have I ever, been a serial lover? I said, yeah, I think so. And I not think so. I know so. I'm neither ashamed nor proud of it, but it was just a time.
Yeah.
There was a time. And then you change, you grow, you go in a different direction, things become priorities that didn't used to be priorities.
Right.
You know, I felt sometime in my love life, I used to say, well, if I could just get a woman who's decent, kind, loyal, and blah blah, whatever your list may be, and then you find them and you still mess it up,
Yep.
right? Because and your list will change because you change.
Yeah.
Like, look, long they're not on parole. So how whoever you're dating out there, so you look like you wanted to say something, Rosa.
No, I was waiting for you to get to, did you date a serial
Yeah, yeah,
lover?
yeah. Oh, definitely. And that's just paying your dues. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
you think it was karma
yeah,
because you
yeah,
had
yeah,
done
yeah, yeah. No, I just think
that?
it's out there. As much you can't be out in the streets and out in the world that long doing those many things without coming across something that doesn't work for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or it's like, never did that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's simple as that. You know what I mean? But like I said, and everybody, you don't have to have the conversation. You know by a person's action. Why is it I can't get a hold of you after 9 o'clock?
Right.
Ever. Yeah. Well, I was out of town. Well, they got, communications everywhere. You know
Yeah.
what? But I don't care if you're in the space rocket. You can let me know where you're at. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I do think, as we say, and hence the name of the show, though, but it's just, have the conversation,
Have
because
the
some of
conversation.
us may very well be in relationships that's very short-sighted. You're looking for from now on, and she's looking at, right now is okay, and I need to leave by 8 in the morning. Again,
Yeah.
you work on the weekends? No, when you say work, uh, you know, and of course, and there's some game players out there. We know that, and I'm not talking about them or talking down to them. There's different people. You'll come across a lot of people on your road, and all of
Yeah.
them are not there to be sincere and to be your next best thing or be your partner for the next 27 years.
Right.
It's not in them. That ain't what they're trying to do right now, or that's definitely not what they're trying to do with you.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So we ain't putting no shame on nobody's game. I just want y'all to be able to recognize it when you do see it, and when you see it, know how to respond to it. Now if she's into fun and games, and so are you. Fine. Let's all have a good day at the circus.
No, that's right. Because
Bam.
both of y'all can just be serial lovers together.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here for the short term, and so am I. We
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. That conversation was had. There is nothing wrong with that.
What we say?
But
Yeah. Fair swap ain't no swindle. Okay, I like that one. Yeah, so that's where we're at today. We're having those conversations because they should be had.
Yeah.
And if you guys are dating somebody who is not as into the relationship as you are, that's okay. At least you know now.
Right.
It's better knowing now than later. And just say if she wants to play and you do too, fine. Nobody gets hurt, and there are no refunds. Look at the other side of your ticket. No refunds.
Right.
You're going to learn. It's just another lesson. And remember, we always say, we pay for the lessons that we get.
Absolutely.
Some of us pay more than others, but until next time, just be aware, be out there, and have the conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So, as always, we're wishing you the very best
of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke. And know if you're dating a serial lover. We love you. Bye.